Okay, you guys, it's me, Brandaline Johnson, and I'm here with my hot cup of tea because it's so cold here in northern Michigan. And I'm putting this little video together for you guys here on my YouTube for you to share, and also for my beautiful Craving Consciousness community and all my followers on my email list, because there's so much exciting, important things happening in the skies right now. And as of tomorrow, we're going to be in December 21st, and we're going to be in the winter solstice, which is when it's the longest night of the year. And then the sun will slowly start coming out more, but it also marks like the beginning of winter. Yay, beginning of winter. But interestingly enough, we're also going to be having the full moon, which is following. It's going to be showing that it's going to be full on Friday night and on Saturday night. And then we're also having a meteor shower all at the same time. You guys, there's so many portals that are opening. There's so much energy that's happening. And so that's why I had to make this video for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to share a little bit about what's happening energetically, a little bit about some of the things that you could do during this time, and like little ritual for you guys to do. So if you're not in our group Craving Consciousness community on Facebook, please come join us there. And if you haven't followed this YouTube channel, give me a follow, because I love to share all the wonderful spiritual things as we go through our awakening. And interestingly enough, let me have some of my tea because I'm freezing. You can probably see my breath in here. What's happening as we evolve, right? We're getting to these higher and higher levels of energy. So since 2012, we've had like these different higher dimensions anchoring, so to say, on to planet Earth. And so many of you guys have been going through like an awakening process and a vibrational shifting process, especially the vibrational shifting process, whether you know it or not. And so since 2012, so many random people have started to have a spiritual awakening, spiritual experiences, psychic phenomenon, becoming psychic. I'm one of those people, and it's changed my life so much that's why I turned around and helped you guys, be an educator for you guys and be a coach for you guys. So what has happened during that whole time and up until now, so what I understand through some stuff I've been reading, plus through my meditation process, is that we're getting another huge blast of light. We're getting another huge anchoring of another dimension. And as these like new light energies come, and as these new dimensions anchor onto our earth, it's actually creating this whole other reality. And a lot of us call it, in the spiritual side of the world, in the spiritual realm, we call it the new earth. And so the idea behind new earth is that we're going to be creating a whole new civilization and a whole new way of living. And as we approach that, we are waking up to, so some of the symptoms that you may be experiencing are you just don't feel like going through the motions of society is right for you. You just really feel like you've got to get out, that something's not right, that the stuff that's on the TV is like starts to make you just laugh at it, so ridiculously programming, but you're just not quite sure, what do we do, how do we vote or do we not vote? Like everybody's kind of starting, their energy starting to move, like the medical community doesn't look right, the schooling system doesn't seem right, like the whole idea of that we're supposed to get married, have 2.5 kids, go into debt, and then get sick and then eat the medicine from the medical community, it just doesn't make sense. And so some people are experiencing that. Some people are actually experiencing physical sensations like heart palpitations or massive anxiety or really bad headaches, or going through those swings of emotions at certain times, and you're just like, why do I feel so heavy? And then all of a sudden it'll lift. So you're starting to feel energy. You're starting to be more sensitive to frequencies. That's because your actual DNA has been shifting from that 2 helix, right, all the way to like a 24 strand DNA. And it's also changing the fibers into more crystalline in nature, holding more light, being able to receive more information and having a greater awareness of consciousness. So this is all the things that we've been going through. And so right now with this whole solstice, a great thing for you to do is really reflect over the last year, the last years, on how much darkness has left your life. So some of the things that are being called for, right, over the last year, last few years, is for us to be doing that self-work to peel away the illusions. Because when there are no illusions, all there is left is love and light and harmony and peace. And so if you're seeing something besides that, it means that you're still stuck in the illusion a little bit, because everything you see outside of yourself is a reflection of what you have created for yourself, but also what we have created as a collective, right? So you're being asked to peel away those layers. To me, I feel really guided to tell you guys that it's really a lot about your relationships, right? It's really a lot about forgiveness around the people around you. And it's also, you are being called to be your true authentic self without worrying about what anybody else says, because now is the time for you to shine your light. Now is the time for you to lead the way. And the only way we're going to change is by you doing something different and being okay with either being judged or looking at a different perspective, and forgive them for because they know not what they do, and for you to stand tall in your light. But it's also calling you to, and you don't have to be this perfect human. I really want to touch on that, because I watched some of these other people doing these energy update videos, and they're like, you need to, you know, only eat plants, and you need to make sure you do yoga 5 hours a day, and you know, if you say the F word, then you're not spiritual enough, or if you know, if you don't meditate on a hill for an hour a day, you're not good enough. And like, so don't ever think that you're not shifting, because you are. You know, just, I really feel like it's more of that inner work. And yeah, when it comes to the inner work, then maybe you do feel more guided to eat higher vibrational foods, or you do feel more guided to move your meat suit around a little bit more. But don't think that you have a block if you're not doing those things, and don't think that you're not getting an upgrade if you're not doing those things, because you are getting an upgrade. And what's going to happen as we shift, like especially right now, as we shift, some of the people that are not ready to shift, some of the people that are still rageful and angry and feel like something's, the world is happening to them, and you know, are fighting and scurrying, it's going to get harder for them. And I mean, I hate to say that, but it's going to get harder for them. And the reason why is because it's like, think of it as like bumper cars, or like the bowling alley when you could put up your little bumpers, right? And so you hit the wall and it kind of hurts, but it's like, it's because it's shooting you back. It's shooting you back. And it's your spiritual team. It's your higher self, your higher soul that's telling you, no, that's not the right way. That's not the right way. So you're coming up against obstacles only because you're not in alignment, right? You're not going down the middle of that bowling alley. And even when you're in the bowling alley, you're going to have little bumps here and there, but it's, the bumps are telling you you're going the wrong way, or, you know, or readjusting you so that you'll go the right way. So the people that are really dense and really heavy in their energy, they're going to have more difficulties. They're going to have more emotional turmoil. They're going to have more sickness in their body. But those of us that have going, oh, aha, I'm a soul, not a human, going through the emotions, even just knowing that part, when you start to operate as a soul, you're going to be more open and more apt to pick up the signs that are coming your way and take an action as a soul, and not as somebody that is trained to just survive and pay their rent. You know what I mean? So some of the things that Spirit's asking you guys to do is peel away those darknesses. Really, right now is a great time to sit down and go, you know, is there some darkness within me? Like, shine your light on your dark moment. And remember, and they call that shadow work, right? And remember, it's okay that you have a deep, dark shadow. That's just reminding you of how bright your light is. So what are some things that you really could work on the inside? Like forgiveness, or self-love, or you know, allowing yourself to be great, or, you know, really peeling away those limiting beliefs, right? Or addiction. It's a great time to let go of these addictions, you know. and to look at why we're having these addictions. You're covering up what we call the God-sized hole, right? You're covering up some pain. Really be okay with being uncomfortable for a minute. Be okay with some pain for a minute, because until you illuminate it, right? Like with our with the winter solstice, like, and the full moon, till you illuminate it, it's going to be hidden in the darkness. So look at the painful moments and see what they really are, because it's usually has something to do with love. So that's number one thing, is illuminate your darkness, right? Peel away those layers. And then another great thing for you guys to do is like cut cords from all of those things. What about some of these things that are no longer serving you? You know, especially I think for a lot of like entrepreneurs, I'm an entrepreneur, so it's like, what kind of programs or services did you have that just didn't float your boat? You know, what is not making you excited? What's going on in your family life that you just really don't look forward to? These are things that are calling their attention to you, to remove what's no longer serving you. If you don't like your job, this is a message for you to leave, to find a way to leave, because otherwise, like I told you, if you don't go towards the light, it's going to get bumpier. So realize that if there's something in your life or your business or your relationships that just isn't going with the flow and you're really resisting, that this right now is the time to let that go. Let go relationships, let go of clients, let go of programs, let go of those old beliefs, and then cut your cords, your white waterfall, washing it away, you know. And then this is a great time to do some journal work, and obviously set these goals for your 2019 coming in. Then here's the thing that's happening, you know, energetically too, with what's going on, is you are actually getting an upgrade. There's all this energy, and with the meteor shower that's coming down, like, I don't know what everybody else is saying, but my intuition is saying that it's like raining light down. It's like raining light down, and it's like sending other energies or beings or entities or dimensions. It's like raining it down. And so a great time for you to really just be outside if you can, to really meditate a lot during this time, so that you can receive your downloads and receive your upgrades, right? The more intentional you are, the more you're going to be able to receive. And, you know, so sage your house, get grounded, do some journal work around your shadow self, illuminate the light on that darkness, you know, get rid of what no longer serves you, make a plan and stick to it, and then make some goals about how you could better yourself spiritually in 2019, because we are stepping into that new earth, right? And it's going to feel different to us. So somebody had said, like, if there's new earth, does that mean like all those other people, or we're going to, like, the higher people are going to disappear, or the older, the denser people are going to disappear? Yes and no. It's almost like you're going to be having this blissed out experience, right? Like, so for example, when you do your self work and when you do your spiritual awakening work, you get to this point where you could see chaos outside of yourself and it doesn't affect you whatsoever. It's almost like you're grateful for it, because you see why it's happening for you, right? So you're actually perceiving a whole different experience. You're actually having a whole different reality than someone else that's darker and denser, right? So while you may still be physically on that third dimensional plane, you're going to be having a higher dimensional experience than the people that aren't doing the work, right? It's like all this light is raining down on them, but because it's almost like this language that they don't understand is coming down on them, and it just makes them crazy and uncomfortable. But if you're starting to speak the language of light and understanding that you're a soul, all this light's going to rain down on you and just shift you higher and higher, and you're going to allow life happen for you. It is a beautiful freaking thing. I'll just have to say about that. So I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this little video / training for the solstice and the full moon and the meteor shower. And I would love to see you guys, you know, staging yourself and your journal work and what no longer serves you, and what your darkness that you're gonna illuminate. And let us know. And also, my 2019 forecast sessions are on sale through January 15th. So if you want to dive in and paint a picture for your 2019 and also get a reading and intuitive coaching through with me alongside with planning out that forecast session and see what spirit has to say for each month of the year, then check out the link under this video or go to my website, brandaline.com, under sessions, and let's get you one scheduled, okay? I'm sending you guys love and light and an amazing 2019.